So it's here. The Insta360 Go 3 has just been released. In this video, we are going to compare it to the GoPro 11, the supposed flagship of action cameras in 2023. We are going to be covering this camera a lot in future videos, so if you're new to the channel, please make sure you do subscribe. And by the end of the video, if you want to buy any of the cameras, there will be links in the description down below. But this is it. It's just brilliant. It's hilarious. It is sort of a shrunken point and shoot camera. Someone's put it in the washing machine and then tumble dried it. It's got a flip up screen. It's got a better resolution. It's got a better battery life. It's got a bunch of new mounting systems, and we're going to cover it all in this video today. So, how does it stack up against the GoPro 11? I had to go back and check the settings on the GoPro after the footage that I just recorded, and I did have it on 10-bit as well. The image was 25 frames per second, 5.3K on the GoPro 11, and the Insta360 Go 3, the new resolution is 2.7K, 25 frames per second. They have just introduced an update as well just before release that is 50 frames per second that is available in 1440p. So you've got 50 frames per second, 60 frames per second, depending on where you are in the world. Yeah, the image quality isn't that far off. Obviously, the GoPro is 5.3K, so you've got the extra resolution. If you want to crop in your image, you're going to have that better image quality. Stabilisation a little bit similar as well, not far off at all. I've got flow state stabilisation on here. There's 3 levels. 1 is for sort of vlogging, walking and talking with that wicked flip up screen, which flips up like so. Then you got 2 and 3. 3 is used for sort of action sports. So very, very similar image quality. I've been very impressed. In fact, I prefer the colours of the Go 3. It's a little bit more saturated. I do like the look of that, and it does look very good. So image quality, stabilisation, very, very close, even though this has more resolution. Right, size, weight, portability and mounting options I'm going to talk about quickly. I'm going to use the word fluid, which is what I think about when I think about the Go 3. Now, imagine the scenario, you want to unclip your GoPro from this mount, you want to put it onto your chest, or you want to take it off your chest, you want to put it on a head mount, or then you want to pick it up for vlogging. Then you have to sort of mess around with these screws. If you've got it really tight, you might need a tool. Also, all the accessories just a little bit bulky. When it comes to the Go 3, you've got this new magnetic pivot stand on there. You take it off and you can hand hold it. You've got this flippy screen on the back, which is one of my favourite bits of this Go 3. If you want to take it out of here, we unclick it with the lock. Now remember, the Action Pod does have that locking system, so it'd be good for action sports. It's locked in there, it's not coming out. Press the lock and pull it out. Then we can put that on there. We can use that as a remote shutter, which we'll cover on in just a little bit. Then this is magnet on the back, so we can mount this to anything that is metal. It'll magnetise to it. You can clip it into your clip on the top of your cap, which comes in the box. You can also use it with the new magnetic pendant, which has a really strong magnet on it compared to the Go 2. It's a lot stronger and a lot more reliable. So for action sports, it'd be brilliant. So then we're done using this one. The battery life is maybe going down a little bit. We've got 45 minutes on there, but we'll pop it back into the Action Pod and we're away. We can click it back up and we can mount this to something else, or handhold vlogging, recording ourselves like this. It's just a little bit more fluid, and the usability is a lot better than having something like the GoPro, which is, yes, it's secure on there, it's rugged, but it hasn't got all these other options that the Go 3 has got. And that's what I like about the size, portability and the weight of this, just a bit more fluid. So this magnetic pendant is the other mount that you've got. It comes in the box. This is a new design where the cord actually wraps around in there for transportation and portability. So you just unwrap it like that to take it out. I will say the magnets on this new pendant are really strong compared to the previous version. They really do magnetise to it really well, so if you're doing action sports, you'll be no problem doing mountain biking, motocross or anything, this will stay on there. It's very, very strong. All you have to do is put this over your head, put it underneath your clothing, like so, and then the actual camera magnetises to it like that. So it's really, really strong. That is not coming off there at all. But in the box you get this little extra wedge, which is another accessory, which changes the angle of it. So what you have to do is put that underneath. You put that on the other side of the magnetic pendant, like so, and that changes the angle of it, so it points a bit more up like that. So when you're riding bikes, for example, you're leaning forward, and that was my complaint of the last magnetic pendant, that the camera's pointing down just a little bit. So with this new wedge, changes the angle. When you're leaning down on like a motorbike or a mountain bike, it changes the angle, so it's looking up a bit more, and it's a better POV angle. So that's a magnetic pendant. When you're done with it, take it out, wrap it back round, and it's really small little disc for storing away in your camera bag or your rucksack. Really great accessory, and it comes in the box with the camera. If you want to use a standalone camera on its own, you can take it out the action pod. Like I mentioned before, you've got the new clips on here, and it magnetises to that alone as well. So standalone, you can use this new swivel mount with that, take it off, put it back in the action mount, mount it to the action pod. That is the new mounting system for the action pod and the standalone camera with this new swivel head. It does come with a sticky mount on the bottom of this, but I've taken that off. It just unscrews, so I can put a tripod on it. Okay then. Handheld, walking, vlogging. We've got the Go 3 here on the left hand side. Let me just adjust my little tripod that I've got here. So we've got the Go 3. This is the audio from the Go 3 that you're listening to now, and then we've got the GoPro 11 on the right hand side. So for vlogging, this is going to be a really good option. It's basically like having a mini version of a point and shoot camera, because you've got that flippy up screen, you've got the good audio, improved audio on here. It's got 2 microphones now on the Go 3. So it's just, it's like somebody's put an RX100 and put it in the tumble dryer to shrink it. It's hilarious. Absolutely love the design. We've got a 2.2 inch flip up screen, so we can flip it up for viewing ourselves when we're vlogging above the camera, which is the best way to have a vlogging screen, because it's not as noticeable when you're looking left and right. So if it flips out from the side, then you can sort of see sometimes when people are vlogging that they're looking at the screen and not the camera lens. So having it up above just makes that less noticeable, which is great. On the GoPro, you have got the front facing screen, which isn't touch. It's only 1.4 inch, so you've got that there for framing your shot, but you can't really see very well what you're sort of looking at. You can't see faces in focus and everything. On the bigger screen on the Go 3, you can see that. It's also touch, so you can change all the settings and everything whilst you've got it facing front, and if you flip it back down as like a normal action camera, you've got that there. So this is the audio test, testing 1, 2, 3 of the Go 3. It's a little bit windy out here today. I've got the wind reduction turned on both cameras. This is the audio from the GoPro 11, testing 1, 2, 3. What does this sound like? So yeah, a bit of a vlogging, walking and talking comparison if you're using this for vlogging. The Go 3 is a great option. Of course, you've got the better resolution of 5.3K on the GoPro 11, but again, resolution isn't everything for me when it comes to all the other features that this Go 3 has. This is the 2.7K 30 frames per second. Wind's picking up a little bit, so you might feel it a little bit on the microphone. Hopefully it works and reduces that a little bit for you. But yeah, the audio, vlogging test, this is a great option for vlogging. I love the Go 3. This design is it just makes me laugh. It's so good. So the other wicked feature that this action pod serves as is a remote shutter and remote viewer. So we can disconnect this little bit of the Go 3, the smaller camera, we can magnetize that somewhere or mount it somewhere, and then we can remotely start the recording from this action pod as like a remote shutter. So that's incredible. It's got a distance for about 10 meters, I think, for recording, so it connects together, and then you can sort of press record from this. So if I press record now, it's recording from here. So you just press the record button here, it records that, so that connects as like a remote shutter, and you can actually view what is going on live from the screen on the camera. That's sort of like, that's pretty incredible. With the GoPro, you haven't got that option of separating any cameras together, and you have got the app that you can use, but it's a little bit clunky, the app. I don't like the app of the GoPro. Also, one of the major flaws is that when you start recording on the app, you can't preview the footage, which is just balmy to me. So that's a major software problem that GoPro have got. You can have the GoPro over there, you can frame up your shot, but when you press record on your phone, the preview goes off on the app, and that just stops you from previewing what's going on, and it's just crazy. With this, you've got this option. It does work with the app as well, and it keeps the preview open, which is how it should be. So having that as well as just a little option to use as a remote shutter is a great feature. So when it comes to the applications and the editing software, there isn't much of a competition. Insta360 are sort of streets ahead when it comes to AI, when it comes to the app. It is just brilliant and so easy to use, especially when you're using something like the Insta360 Go 3, which is just like a normal sort of action camera. It's not a 360 cam, so it's a lot more simpler to use and a lot more easy to edit. In fact, you've got the new feature inside this stories part of the application, which is auto edit. You go into auto edit, you just select the clips that you want like this and then press next, and just let the AI do its job and create a cut of a video for you like this. And then you can choose the length of your video, fast rhythm, fast paced, slow or balanced. So we'll choose fast, and then it just creates a video for you. It's really good, and we can just play it for you just to show you what it looks like. The cycle show we went to today was really good. You can change it, obviously. Look at this, the transitions as well. Jakey. So good. So you get the idea. Really great. As far as the GoPro is concerned, then we go to the GoPro app, which is the quick app. And a lot of the features inside of this GoPro app are only available through the subscription, so you only get basic functionality without a GoPro subscription. If you want to edit the footage, you can do. It's got this sort of auto edit, auto upload system where you do your own. So we'll select a few clips here, create my edit, and it does make a basic version, but it's a lot more basic than the Insta360 application. So as we can see, it's done that for us, but the workflow is just a little bit more complicated, where we have to go through these things on the bottom, format it, you can choose a length, and then we can choose the music. So you can do it in there with the GoPro app, but I just find that it's been like that for a long time now. They haven't really updated it. The Insta360 guys are always updating and adding new features to the Shot Lab, for instance, on the Insta360 app. It's always being updated and always made to be the best app on the market today. So the GoPro app, it does the basics, it does the job, but if you want to be a lot more creative and have some real fun with your edits and given some inspiration from the application on what to shoot and how to shoot it, then Insta360 again are just leaps and bounds when it comes to AI editing software. Battery life is another big plus on the Insta360 Go 3. Alone, this little Go 3 camera, this alone has got a 45-minute battery. Then when it runs out, you simply put it back into this battery bank essentially, and then that charges the camera back up. You can see as soon as I've put it in, you've got the red light on there to say that it is charging. So what we do, snap it in, the red light comes on. That's charging it, making sure it's topped up for the next time you take it out. So the Go 3's battery and the Action Pod gives you up to 173 minutes of record time. That's incredible. As opposed to the GoPro 11, each of these batteries can probably last up to 60 minutes. 61 minutes is the official figure, but you know, depending on your shooting frame rates and everything, you're gonna get less. Overheating, I've been using this now for about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, and I've had no overheating issues whatsoever. We all know about the overheating issues that GoPro have had in the past. So the battery life is way better on the Go 3. That's no problem at all. We know that straight away. Price, the Insta360 Go 3 is $379. Now that comes with obviously the built-in battery, and then you get all of the accessories, the mounting accessories, the clip, the pivot stand, the magnetic necklace as well, and all the other bits and bobs. As far as the GoPro goes, it's $399 with the subscription, and then you have to buy all the accessories separately. You just get the camera, and you don't even get an SD card in the box, so you have to buy an SD card as well. So yeah, price-wise, Go 3 wins that one as well. So there's that to think about. So after all that, what's the conclusion about these two cameras? Well, this is nearly a year old now. I fully expect GoPro to update this in September. We'll see what they bring out. This is brand new. It's more affordable. It comes with a bunch of accessories. You've got the smaller design, the lightweight design. You've got hands-free POV shooting with this really tiny magnetic camera. The new magnetic mounting system that you've got the flip-up screen, which is 2.2 inches, and it's touch for vlogging and recording your videos. It's lightweight, compact. You've got that powerful AI editing app, which is the app from Insta360 we know is far superior to any app that you can get on the market with regards to action cameras at the moment. So the GoPro, we know, has the better resolution and the better picture overall. You've got 10-bit built into this as well. If image quality is paramount to you, then it's the GoPro 11. But as I said at the start of this video, then the resolution, image quality, for me, isn't top of my list anymore. And it no longer sells a GoPro as the main feature. It just isn't the top thing that I go for. Usability and features and lightweight, battery life, reliability, editing software always comes first for me. The usability is far more important to me when it comes to using these things on a daily basis. That's why I would pick this up. This is an incredible new design from Insta360. The Go 3 is like a mini point and shoot being shrunken down. That flip up screen idea is just so simple. It's just hilarious and it works really well. I can't believe any other camera company haven't done this with their action cameras. The mind boggles. So this design for me is incredible. I really do like it. The GoPro has been the same for a few years now, and I fully expect the 12 to be exactly the same with a few software updates. So just doesn't excite me at the moment, and that's what I want to see from my camera. I want to be excited about using this, and that makes you use it more. So that's why the Go 3 is the action camera to beat at the moment. Okay, I'll be really interested to know what you think in the comments down below. I'm sure a lot of you will have some opinions, so let me know. Comment while you're down there. Please do subscribe, press the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. I'm going to be covering a hell of a lot on this camera in future uploads coming up really soon, and then obviously when the GoPro 12 comes out, we'll cover that as well, so stay tuned. But until next time, thanks for watching. See you next one. Bye guys.